Quick everyone, we must hump the portal for good luck. Oh, and now there's a mush in front of me. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we got smacked with some new MapleStory 2 info that's going to be in the December update. So let's dive straight into the news. First off, I should say that they do have the soul binder in this post right at the top. They didn't talk about much besides that, but we should be getting it in the next update. Right after the soul binder, we have the gear progression. We'll have new ways to collect resources. They're going to be providing us with more resources for gear enchanting, and the way that the dungeons will be changed, we'll be able to focus on getting the required resources that we need quicker. They talk about how in the hard dungeons you would only have to run one of the two to be able to get a specific type of weapon or gear set for your class. They're going to be revamping the hard adventure dungeons a few different ways so that players will be able to enjoy different dungeons and diversify their overall gameplay. In front of our eyes here we have the dungeon gear score requirements. You can see on the left side the before, which is the 2100 minimum gear score requirement for the dungeons, and then after the patch it'll be different depending on which dungeon you're looking to get into. I think this is really nice because it allows those new players that are just getting out of the epic quest to get straight into the hard dungeons and start gearing up for the chaos raids. They are changing the dungeon difficulty of the Fire Dragon and Labyrinth halls to have 10% less health and 25% lower attack as well. The reward for the hard adventure dungeons is changing too. Looking at the table here before the update, which is now, you got your headgear, top, bottom, gloves, shoes, and different weapons and accessories from the dungeon. After the patch, you're going to be able to diversify your gameplay, try out some different dungeons, and really hone in on the items that you need for your character progression. Along with these dungeon changes, they are changing the amount of Onyx and Chaos Onyx that we get out of the normal and hard adventure bonus tier boxes. The Onyx that we'll get from opening these boxes will be bound to our character. Since the Onyx and the Chaos Onyx that we get from opening these chests will be bound to our character, they are going to be increasing the amount that we get from the boxes and having different ways to collect Onyx and Chaos Onyx as well. Another thing is that if you have Enchanted Gear and you dismantle that gear, that Onyx that you receive from that enchanted piece of gear will be bound to your character. They're doing this to try and keep away a lot of the bots and the meso sellers out of the game. When it comes to the daily missions, we will be getting a bigger reward on a weekly basis. Right now, when you do your daily missions, the MP that you get for completing the missions goes towards your daily boxes. They're now adding a reward system to where if you complete 30 missions per week, you will get a gold mission complete box. You can open up to 3 gold mission boxes per week, tier 1 to tier 3, and they have different rewards inside of these boxes such as Onyx crystals, blue stars, and meta cells. Up next we have the new Sky Fortress. So personally I have done a bit of the Sky Fortress on KMS and that was pretty cool, so I'm excited to see what it looks like on here. We will be able to get gear and resources from the Sky Fortress, so make sure you're watching out for that. The next gigantic thing that they're coming out with is the normal chaos raids. After the patch, we're going to have a normal Shadow Altar as well as a normal Moonlight Fortress. The normal versions of the Chaos Raids will be a bit easier than the hard versions and have similar mechanics but not the same. The normal mode will be a bit easier than the hard mode and give you less rewards for completing it. The only Chaos Raid that will not have a normal mode is the Ludibrium Clock Tower that will be coming out on November 30th. And again, I think this is a really good thing for the new players that may be coming out of the hard dungeons or even newer to the game out of the epic quests. It allows players to get resources in a different way, as well as gear up by doing the normal chaos raids instead of going straight for the hard mode. As well as everything that I mentioned thus far, there will be tons of different changes coming after the update. This includes new instruments, new UGC, PvP, and much more. Make sure you guys check out all the links in the description, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe for more content. And as always, it has been your guys, Sabbity Babbity. Peace.